Metal is an incredibly complicated and vast genre of music, with much more to talk about than can possibly be addressed in this video, but here goes nothing. In the late 1960s, a handful of musicians began to take liberties with rock music, toying with a heavier sound and darker lyrical content. At the forefront of this movement was Black Sabbath, a band from Birmingham, England, a dreary factory city. They began experimenting with more distortion and dissonance than popular music had seen in the past. This is often considered the birth of metal music. They made use of tritones, minor modes, and often long, drawn-out, droney songs. Not only did they lay the foundation for heavy metal, but even modern doom metal bands such as High on Fire, Sleep, and Electric Wizard are very clearly heavily influenced by Black Sabbath. Around the same time, Led Zeppelin emerged with a new hard rock sound, heavily influenced by the blues. Hard rock and heavy metal bands began to appear left and right. The mid-70s led to another wave of British heavy metal bands, with the genre appropriately deemed New Wave of British Heavy Metal. Bands such as Iron Maiden and Judas Priest are very commonly credited with pioneering this genre. The songs were fast, loud, and full of high-pitch, high-energy vocals. This new style, sometimes referred to as speed metal, made the path clear for bands like Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer, often called the Big Four, to popularize thrash metal. Thrash metal took the dark parts and brooding atmosphere of Black Sabbath's doom metal, mixed it with the speed of new wave of British heavy metal, and threw in hardcore punk influences, and created what was the precursor to most other forms of extreme metal. Thrash metal band Venom released the album Black Metal, which was a thrash album, but a huge influence to many early black metal bands, such as Burzum and Mayhem, two of the most notable early black metal acts. Along with black metal, new extreme metal genres began to emerge. Death metal, popularized by the appropriately named band Death, featured the speedy tempo of speed metal, but also featured guttural vocals and dark lyrical themes and content. Progressive metal began to emerge in the 90s with bands like Tool and Meshuggah. As far as radio-friendly metal goes, there is alternative metal with bands like System of a Down, Slipknot, and Deftones leading the charge. These genres of metal set the stage for all acts that would follow. Almost all metal bands are a subgenre of one of these or a combination of a few. Some extreme metal acts push the boundaries by incorporating outside influences, such as electronica, like the black metal act Liturgy, or anthemic shoegaze, such as Deafheaven or Alcest. Some metal is just flat out strange, like the wildly successful drone metal duo Sun. With all of the different kinds of metal, it could easily be argued that there is a metal band out there for everyone. With so many possible combinations, there is no doubt that metal music is here to stay.